Hello, and welcome to this episode of Frankie's Cultural Observations. Today, I'm analysing ravers. Ravers are post industrial sad kids that'd still be listening to rock music if they never got into pills. Ravers are overly trusting. They call their favourite DJs by their first name like they're mates in real life, which is why they think it's perfectly okay to walk right up to them and invade their personal space and interrupt them in the middle of the set and request Fred again. The love language of the ravers is sweaty hugs, unsolicited compliments, and short term memory loss. Ravers struggle to be themselves. All they need to do is find their own track ID and stop using samples. But until then, they'll continue to copy and paste the behaviour of other ravers that look like they know what they're doing, and use overly aggressive terms to praise DJs, such as Bicep tore the box off me last night, BLK left me in a stretcher. Carl Cox upended the gaff last night and now his parents filed a restraining order against him.
Short-term memory loss.
Ravers love dancing. They two-step away from a stable future and end up living in their parents' basement well into their 30s due to an overuse of yokes. The ravers have a phobia of the sunrise. Something about hearing the birds chirping triggers an emotional response that makes them think about all their hardcore junglist decisions and about how different life would be if they didn't sit up all night in a stranger's kitchen every weekend, pouring out their deepest, darkest secrets to a sweaty guy in a fedora who they've never met before and who seemed a lot sounder when they bumped into them 6 hours ago. It's at this point the raver starts to plan their escape and disperse to the bus stop where there's no bus coming for 2 hours because the timetable is different on a Sunday. But it doesn't matter because when they looked at the time schedule on their phone, they thought the symbols were in a different language and the numbers started sliding off the screen. Due to an overexposure of the Berlin lifestyle, the ravers are wrapped up in the bondage of Berghain, weighed down by the invisible chains of someone else's nostalgia, the invisible chains of freedom, living in the moment, and not taking your phone out every 2 seconds to document the entire set. The bondage of Berghain is so tight that the ravers almost forget their safe word. The Berghain posturing is a defense mechanism that stops people from realizing the raver's sensitive side, because beneath the bucket hat and the indoor sunglasses, they're just a swinging jaw looking for a chewing gum. The safe word is watching skins and taking yellow strawberries isn't a personality type. Ravers love talking to strangers. They exist in a chemically induced state of friendliness. If you accidentally spill your drink on them, they'll apologise immediately and buy you a new one and ask you to spill it on them again because they want you to feel comfortable and they're overheating. Then they'll walk out with you to the smoking area and start talking about how their granny's death affected the family, like you ever asked them to confide in you in the first place. In the social world of the raver, there appears to be a blue ghost in the strobe machine. The rave scene isn't dead, but it is being haunted by a parody of itself. The ghost of the old school mourns the death of its lost future, kneeling at the altar of a sanitised, status-driven, Instagram-friendly caricature of the 90s. Just add Shazam, harm reduction, and influencer DJs that threw out their vinyl and swapped it for a CDJ and a blue tick.